How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Ultimate Hunter Shooting Sports YouTube channel.
Impact!
Impact! Impact!
Helps you win, it helps you hunt.
So today, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to introduce the latest rifle build project that I've been working on here at UHSS. What we have is the NULA, made by Wilson Combat. Some of you may or may not be familiar. NULA stands for New Ultralight Arms, and it's an ultra-lightweight rifle company that's been around for quite a few years. And recently, Wilson Combat bought the company, and now they produce the NULA rifles. This model here is in 6.5 Creedmoor, and my goal with this project was to really keep weight down and do a pretty minimalistic build. So I've added a muzzle brake on the end, not because 6.5 Creedmoor kicks hard, but because I'm going to be using this in competitions off and on, and I wanted to be able to actually see my hits on target if I'm in an awkward position with this light rifle. So we've got an Area 419 brake on there, added a Velcro strip that was off of another stock pack, and that is from Triad Tactical. We have the short action precision +2 round holder on there, a Harris bipod. I don't remember which sling this is, a Blackhawk sling that I've had for years, and that bipod and sling actually came off of my Gen 1 Ruger American, which I'll do a video on later. And then it's topped off here with a Leupold VX3, I believe, 4.5 to 14 by 40 with the BOONE and CROCKETT ballistic holdover reticle in there, and the CDS dial. So if I want to dial to a range, I can do so. Got a nice little zero stop on there. An affordable scope, a lightweight scope, but has the features that I need, nothing extra that I don't really need. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna shoot this in a local match, and then I'll give my thoughts on it after the fact. So I'm really excited about this rifle. One thing I do need to mention before I get any farther, I should have done this sooner, but I'm trying to get this in one take, is I am sponsored by Wilson Combat, and Wilson Combat does make this rifle, so I am guaranteed to have some inherent bias going into this review. The results will really speak for themselves, but I am a fan of this. It's got a good trigger. The action is a little bit sticky, but it's a brand new rifle. I've got hardly any rounds through this. I'm going to try and shoot it with Winchester factory match 140 grain ammo, and we'll see how it does. But I'm really excited about this build, kind of just trimming all the fat. It puts a little bit more of the performance on me, but I'm excited about this. Let's see how it does.
Another beautiful day out here at Cameo, and today I'm going to be shooting the NULA project in our local match this July. I think I've got it pretty dialed in with that factory Winchester match stuff. Didn't get to do quite as much shooting at distance as I would have liked, but I guess the results will speak for themselves, so let's see how it goes.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Impact! Impact! There you are. Right corner, maybe? There it is. Impact!
More wind than I thought out there.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I had to hold off the plate on that one.
117.38.
Ooh.
Stand by. Impact. 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 68.95.
Right over the top. I'm gonna vlog, do the gun vlog thing. How you liking that new Ruger?
Ruger works great, man.
As long as you do your job, right?
That's right.
Kind of like how on that last stage, which you'll probably see or may have just watched, I'm used to being 0 to 100, so my holdover is a little different when I'm 0 to 200. So I thought the rifle was shooting high, but the rifle was shooting exactly where it should. I was just holding it high. So we'll try to not screw up on the next one, yeah? All right.
All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. Impact! 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 Unload and show clear.
Boy, I was shaky on that last one. I had to take a deep breath.
You are clear. Bye.
I missed the second one I missed.
Impact! 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 Unload, show clear. Perfect.
All right, guys. I got the AC on here, so it's kind of loud. We just got finished up with our local match. Had trouble on one of the blue targets on one stage because, again, I'm used to being 0 to 100, and my holdover mark's a little different, so I was just holding to shoot right over the top, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. So we're all going to gather back up at the LRP shelter and add up scores from our squad and all the other shooters, and we'll let you know how we turned out. At the end of that, I will give a overview of what I thought of this setup, if there's anything that I think that I would change right off the bat, and who knows, I might add to this video later if I can get some accessories before then, but we'll see how we did. Alright guys, I know that I've gone over a couple of these in the past, but here's the score sheet from today. We actually started on stage 4, and right out of the gate I did pretty strong with that NULA. First round hits all 3 targets, and 66-12. Now that is kind of just a get prone and then pivot to shoot type stage, but I was pretty happy with that. From there I moved to 5, had a good run there as well. Again, in mid 60s and first round for all 3. Stage 1 is tough. That's a tough position. I was fighting the wind a little bit and did not hold until the very last shot. I was about 3 inches off the right edge of that plate, and that target is almost exactly 500 yards. So that knocked the points down quite a bit. Still not a horrible time, just because those are tough positions to get into working through that stage. Stage 2, that's the one where I was missing a couple times because I was holding high. My Ruger that I usually shoot is 0 to 100, like I said. This one is 0 to 200, so I was aiming 1 hash mark higher than I should have been. Finally figured that out and got it together. Again, mid to late 60s on the time there. And then stage 3 was the last stage of the day that we shot, and I was able to find a pretty good spot on a rock and basically prone out, had a good front and rear rest with my bipod, and then using the rock itself in the rear. So wound up with first round hits on all 3 there. Definitely took a long time to steady up, a little bit extra, take a deep breath and steady up for that blue target on this one. So wound up at an 89-69, but overall I'm pretty happy with that score for today. We'll go ahead and do the math here in a minute. Basically take the points divided by the time, get a hit factor, do that for all these, total those up, and we'll let you know what the score is, and in a little bit we'll let you know how that fared overall for this match. Alright guys, so we got all the scores tallied up, and I wound up winning the match today. Outside of struggling on those 2 blue targets, the one where I just didn't hold any wind when I definitely should have been, and the one where I just aimed too high because I'm used to a different 0, I mean, those are both on me. Outside of that, the rifle did great. I don't know that I would add much to it or change much at this point that wouldn't require some major surgery on the rifle. Like an Arca rail would be cool, but I don't know if I want to take the stock off and, you know, screw on an Arca rail section with T-nuts and do all that stuff. I might at some point, but for now I'm kind of having fun just shooting it as a super minimalist setup. The only gripe I have is inherent to the design, and that's the internal box magazine. So it doesn't have a drop box magazine, you got to drop the floor plate. But I mean, they stuck with the original design, and for a lightweight mountain hunting type rifle, it's great. I wouldn't change anything for now. So thanks for sticking around for the conclusion of the NULA project. Catch you on the next one.